Good morning, everyone. It is Friday and I am on my way to Miss Carrie Grayson's house because today I am taking her away for her birthday or Christmas present. I can never remember which one it is. And my assistant said to me yesterday, Lydia, how many birthdays and Christmases do you guys have? So basically, we usually get each other experiences. So if that's one birthday and one Christmas for Carrie, that is one birthday and one Christmas for me. So that makes 4 things that we book throughout the year usually. And then we usually get each other little gifts and what have yous, but yeah. So we are heading down to Benenden, I think. That is where we're going. It's near Kent and we are staying somewhere very, very special. We are actually going to be staying in a windmill. So I believe it's on the grounds of a country house. It's an Airbnb. I am very, very excited to show you, but we have about a 2.5 hour to 3 hour journey there first. So I'm on my way to pick up Miss Grayson as we speak. The sun is shining, there are clear blue skies. So what we're doing is we're planning to get there as early as possible. So it's 8:52 at the moment. We are hoping to get there for around midday-ish. We can't check in until 4 o'clock, which is a late one, but it's great because we're ready and we're dressed and we're packed to go on a walk essentially around the countryside where we are. So I am really looking forward to this. This is going to be the perfect girly weekend and I just think it's going to be so much fun. So I'm going to head down to Carrie's now, pick her up, and we are going to take the mammoth journey down to Kent. Happy birthday! Happy birthday me! We haven't made it yet. We are on the first stop and Carrie has been clucking for a Starbucks since we departed hers. So yeah. How many miles in are we?
4?
No,
probably about 40.
40 miles in, first Starbucks stop.
And Waitrose.
And Waitrose for food. Richard, we have arrived. And the mill is just there, but we're not going in there yet. We're going on a walk. Well, after about a 3 hour journey, we did stop off and get Starbucks on the way and pick up supplies. We have made it to Benenden and we are setting off on the first part of our walk, which there actually isn't a pub that we're going to first off. We are going to find a little clearing somewhere and crack open some of the minis that we've got. And we've got crisps and peanuts and all of the good stuff. Are you enjoying your birthday?
I'm loving my birthday. I'm the queen.
Yeah.
This is my mid-birthday. Oh, this is a bit spiky, careful.
Yeah, wow, a little apiary as well. That is so pretty. Oh, gorgeous. So, footpath.
This path goes up through the middle and it doesn't look too dodged, I reckon.
Perfectamundo. This is... Oh no, it's not. That is, by evergreen definition, a mighty English oak. How old do you think that is?
More than 4.
But less than 25. We have decided that this is going to be our first stop. Needless to say, we are not... More wine, s'il vous plaît? Needless to say, we are not very far into the walk, but the crisps and the wine are a calling. Which wine did you go for?
I've got a Sauvignon Blanc.
Lovely.
I also bought with us for the pub stops.
Oh, perfect. We have made it to the first pub, the Woodcock Inn.
In wide and green, I hope.
We hope.
Well, not really, yes.
Oh wow, okay, we've just left the first pub and we're looking to find our way. It seems like this is not a very well trodden path that we are taking.
No, this is right, look.
Oh yeah.
Because it's a really sharp bend back.
So we're going across there, but that doesn't look like it goes through there.
So we go this way.
Oh, this way. Okay,
and
that looks a lot better.
So we've just come here and we've just gone in. You match? Lead the way.
I mean, don't let me lead the way. You're the one with the map. This could end in...
map that makes no sense.
It makes my brain hurt.
This is the worst map I've ever seen.
Footpaths bloody everywhere. I've done a mushroom foraging course, but I it's just that one thing that I'm never comfortable because, you know, it's life or death with the wrong mushroom. And I don't like the taste of mushroom at the best of times, so why would I dice with death? I remember Fern telling us a way to tell whether they're, like, I think you like put a little bit of it on your tongue, but even then I'm like, no. The noise is
it's the proper squelch.
yeah.
It's saying it. Oh, my boots are...
So they've got the Strawberry Wood Culvert is one of the features of the High Weald Landscape Trail, which covers 145 kilometres, 90 miles of the High Weald. The wood anemone, the early purple orchid, common dog violet and the bluebell. Cloth industry. Wow, this is fascinating. What is this? What is that? Is that where
Turn the dial to the appropriate number and wind the handle to learn more about the project. So this is on number 5, the culvert's restoration.
I think this is broken. I think it's this, yeah. Interesting.
I think someone's broken that.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they spend so much money installing that as well. Sad times. Well, we have finished off at the last pub, but actually we're going to be going back there afterwards, after we've headed back to the Windmill. But oh gosh, I am pink. I'm not even in Vegas. Oh no, it's not that bad.
It's quite bad, chicken.
I am not used to having my breasticles out this much. But anyway, we're heading back, jaywalking across the roads to the Windmill because we're going to get ready for dinner. Just leisurely, casually, as if we were on a beach in Puerto Banús. We're gonna head back to the Windmill and have a first look around, which I'm very excited about because I've been looking at the pictures for a very long time and I've actually never booked an Airbnb in my life. It's something that I still haven't. I didn't book it. Look at this, everyone. My goodness me. We've got the greenhouse, we've got the views. Oh, look at this. This is so spectacular. Wow, and then Carrie's already in there. This is where we come into our little mill. Oh, it's so pretty. And look at what we've got on the table. Fresh loaf, eggs, strawberries, tomato. This is too cute. Oh, look. What a lovely little kitchen. Oh, wow. So cute.
I love the little sink as well.
And the little steps up so you can see out the window.
This is adorable.
Is that a secret door to death though, I think?
Maybe.
I think that's a secret door to death as well over there. Like, don't go through there. Oh, look, a copper sink. Wow.
Family toiletries, very nice.
Lovely. The sun is shining through the windows and we are changed and ready to head to the pub in the village. I'm wearing my Amelia Wickstead little white cotton dress and an NPL cardigan, which I have decided that I will buy in the ivory because it is the perfect cardigan for wearing with dresses like this. If you love a nipped in waist, this is the perfect thing to put on because it doesn't sort of like go out afterwards, so it almost complements it. And this is like the oatmeal one, but I think this is perfect. So we're gonna head for dinner. Grayson, what are you wearing?
LK Bennett.
Ooh.
AIM.
Yes, perfect.
Bowden.
Ooh.
Olive bonus.
Ooh. You're such a bougie moo, I love it. What's the lipstick?
Mac Lady Danger, always.
Ooh, and we've got our dresses laid out ready for tomorrow. So there are 2 Arvel ones here. We've got Amelia Wickstead, Giambattista Valli. We are thinking that we're going to go complimenting though, the 2 of us like this. Love it. Right, let's head to the pub. Someone said on my last video that they love that Carrie is the injection of colour into my life, and I feel like our outfits are an accurate depiction. We are both wearing the most lovely square neck midi dresses, cardigans and pointed flats, but Carrie's is like the most lovely, colourful, like...
I feel very tame for me.
Yeah, it is. To be fair, it is tame, but I still love that you have the colour.
I literally just said I feel like I'm very tame because I forgot to bring my colourful jacket. I only brought 1 cardi with me, and it's cream.
He's in a pod.
I need my red jacket.
Oh yeah, I like that
jacket.
Very
tame.
Why didn't you bring the red jacket?
Because I packed in about 23 minutes.
Oh, okay. We did take a stroll to Benenden, but the pub that we ended up going into couldn't have any more people in for food. So we came back, ordered a takeaway, and now this one's bottom is working
failing
yeah.
to light a fire.
But we've also got the little TV on. We're thinking about watching a film, and the sun is setting, and I have to say, as you would have seen from the terrace, the views are just wonderful, even as the sun's setting. Look at that. Beautiful.
COMPEED dealer.
I just asked Carrie if she had COMPEED. Please show me.
I'm COMPEED dealer.
So basically, yesterday, good morning by the way, yesterday we walked to the pub and they couldn't get us in, so we came home and we ordered an Indian. But both of us, obviously our feet had slightly swollen from the walk, so shoes that don't normally rub were rubbing, and we're both this morning wearing the same shoes, so we're like, we're gonna need to COMPEED up. So we're gonna cut them down though, aren't we?
Well, I'm actually wearing a different pair of shoes, but it just rubbed on my toe, so I've got... This is literally, I am a COMPEED dealer.
You are?
I've got the toe COMPEED.
Oh, you know, I just want a little one, because I don't like the big ones.
So now I'll check my stash. see what I can sort for you.
Just because I hate the big ones, because it looks like a sanitary pad flapping around on your heel.
I actually don't have another.
Oh. No, you have that one.
But yours is for your heel anyway, isn't it? Mine's literally for my toe, so I'm not sacrificing the mini one.
Today we are up and dressed in our finery, because we are, first of all, if we've got time, we're going to head to the next village. What's that called?
Rolvenden.
Rolvenden. We're in Benenden, and we are then later on heading to the Wine Garden of England at Chilham Castle, and we're spending the day there basically sampling the best of the best from English vineyards, which is going to be very, very lovely. It's food and it's a lovely castle and it's just going to be lovely. And that is basically our day, isn't it? Anything else? Oh, my outfit, yeah. So I'm wearing Amelia Wickstead dress from last year or the year before. Can't remember. And a Ralph Lauren cardigan, pearls, COMPEED. This outfit is brought to you by COMPEED, and then just tan accessories as usual. Carrie, what are you wearing? Come show. I love the colour of those shoes. It's so nice.
Matching the lipstick, which I haven't got on yet. Oliver bonus again. Arvel. I think these are June. They're old. And a Bowden cable cardigan. So by the time we've done this,
it's just the team. It's the team outfits. Right, I think we're good to go, aren't we? Yeah. We're not having breakfast.
I'm gonna have a ball.
Yeah, alright.
Fruit or something.
She loves balls. We have arrived to the Wine Garden of England, and we actually ended up coming in through the wrong entrance, so we missed this spectacular kitchen garden that we've walked into. So we basically spotted that everyone was coming in this way, so we've gone down, we've got ourselves some food before everyone gets here, so that we are well fed and had a glass of one of the vineyards. Which one did we have?
I had Chapeldown and you had Balfour.
Balfour. I had the Balfour Rosé, which was lovely. But we are now exploring what looks like their cutting garden. So they've got irises here, delphiniums. Oh, Goodness me. You need some of these electric blue delphiniums in your garden.
What you were just trying to show me?
Yes, that's them. The Scottish bluebells from Campanula. Some of the garden is, you're not allowed to go and look down, but they've got hollyhocks down there. Sorry, not hollyhocks, foxgloves, that's the one. Massive foxgloves. Oh, Grayson has found the greenhouse. Goodness me. Wow, how pretty. I've got a new bottle here, hang on. Yeah.
Some cool. So there's a savoury quality as well as red fruits. Quite a nice patisserie nose.
Okay.
And a good long finish, elegant persistent bead.
Chilham Castle was in the background, and we arrived. We were very, very tactical. We went straight for the food because it is absolute carnage. Like, there are pizzas and pork briskets flying everywhere at the moment because everyone wants a slice, but we got in there early. And basically what you do is you come and you're given, you can come and just experience it, but if you pay, is it more to get the little booklet? For the tastings?
Oh no, so, okay.
You pay more?
You either pay to come for the day, which includes all your tastings.
Which is what we got.
Which is what we've done.
Yeah.
Or from 5 PM you can come just for the evening, which is like
exactly.
the open English wine bar.
Yeah.
With street food and music.
But they've got no food left.
Yeah, because it's been a lovely day.
It actually hasn't been a lovely day at all. It hasn't been particularly hot. It's been a lovely day, but it's not been hot.
It's been a lovely day.
But basically, what we've been doing is going around to all of the different vineyards within the sort of Kent area and sampling. So we actually had a really good sample of Chapeldown, which we both enjoyed. We always know that we like those.
Liz is a massive fan of Ruinart Champagne, which is a Blanc de Blanc, which means it's only made from the Chardonnay grape. So you had the Chapeldown Blanc de Blanc.
Yeah.
I like Bru, I like a more traditional blend of all 3 grapes, and therefore I went for the Bru, so we really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
You liked the Simpsons Blanc de Blanc.
Yeah.
But we had the Balfour Rosé.
Ooh.
You loved the Nanette, and I
also just loved them.
Heath. Oh yeah, they were wonderful. I love the, what was it called, Heath Estate blend or something, which is winemaker's favourite. I don't do rosé. That was absolutely, I said to Liz, that's the only rosé apart from Love by Leu.
Grumpy
there
sausage.
There is a sausage dog.
A grumpy sausage. The sausage dog that told us off earlier that was like, shut up, stop saying hello to me. Which is the general consensus when you say hello to sausage dogs. They're like, no, mum, no.
I think this is going to be cool enough now.
You sure? You're spilling my garlic butter. So we've also now, so basically earlier we had pizza and Carrie had a pork brisket. Beef brisket
thing.
Now we are sampling the oysters in this lovely location. And we've had the raw oysters already, which I love. They were actually the nicest raw oysters that I have had.
Super fresh.
Super fresh, like really, really lovely and light and just, oh. But now we're having barbecued oysters, which I have never had before. So this is going to be a moment, but I actually have nowhere to place you so that we can have these oysters together. So I'll tell you about them afterwards, is the general consensus.
If you're in Ireland, you're in Dublin.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. It is our final day here in Kent. We've had the best weather. We've been very, very lucky. And it's been such a lovely place to stay, like exploring the towns. We've done walking. We've obviously done a local event, which was really, really lovely. So just, we've made the most of it. I definitely think at like a leisurely pace as well. So it's very, very good. But what I wanted to tell you was a little bit more about it. So basically, this is an 18th century old grain mill. And in the Second World War, it was actually used as a sort of like lookout post. But it honestly is, it's been kept in such beautiful condition and restored to become an Airbnb. So a lot of the features that are in here are obviously from the 18th century, but it's been blended really, really beautifully with more of like a contemporary feel, but still rustic. So these stairs obviously have been added in a very, very sympathetic way. It still looks very, very beautiful. I obviously think they've just probably given a wash of white to the walls just to brighten it up in here. The thing I didn't know is that I think it must have happened recently, but they've actually converted the downstairs. So when I booked this, I booked it for Carrie to go with whoever she wanted. She chose me, which I'm over the moon about, but I said she could go with whoever she wanted because I didn't think that as couples we could go together. I now have learned that they've actually converted the lower ground of the Windmill. You take this part of the mill, you can also take the lower ground. Well, it's not lower ground, it is ground floor. This is actually the first floor that we're on at the moment. So you can take the whole use, but you have to take this part first because otherwise I don't think you've got like a kitchen. So basically what you can have is like 2 couples staying here, but I didn't know that when I booked it. And I think that that is something that has happened recently. So say you are booking the mill and then you decide that you want another couple to come along with you, then you can have them stay downstairs. So basically this staircase here will open up and allow you access to the ground floor. So this is the first floor, then there is the second floor and the third floor. So it is a like 4-story mill and it has some of the most incredible views I think I've seen. It is on a road, so for me it's noisier than at home, but it's not like a really busy road, so it's like a lane, so you'll get a few cars, but you can hear them when you've got your windows open. And it's set within sort of loads of different gardens and cottage gardens. So there's geese down there, there's chickens, and obviously we are in Kent, which is the Garden of England, which is a very, very special part. We're actually in an area of outstanding natural beauty, and you really do see that in the architecture here. It's so wonderful. This is the thing I would say about England, is that don't get pulled into the only places that you maybe see on Instagram. There are so many areas of outstanding natural beauty in England and everyone feels different. So I don't think that, I'm not sure if there is an AONB in Norfolk, but when you go to Norfolk, the architecture is very like flint and stone. So the houses are really, really identifiable and the architecture is very, very synonymous with there. When you come here, it's a lot of shiplap and sort of like brick cottages, but the shiplap is so incredibly quaint and picturesque, and just, it is honestly like the cottages that you think of in like a romantic novel. It is incredible. And then obviously when you go to the Cotswolds, you've got the Cotswold stone, which is so like intrinsically linked with that area. There are these like pockets and AONBs and areas in England where you get almost like a different feel of English architecture and English country living, which, don't sleep on it is all I'm saying. I actually didn't understand how beautiful Kent was. I've been here a few times for like shoots and things like that, but I wasn't aware that it was this beautiful. So coming here has been such a treat. The walks have been amazing, and it's so lovely because the walks again are like different to where I live. So the walks are, especially around here between Benenden and Rolvenden, it's like everything's sort of in tunnels and woodlands, and it's not so much open fields. And there's a lot of rolling hills here, so you get really incredible views. I think even out of this window, perhaps I think it might be upstairs, I'll take you and show you the vista, because you can see for like 20 miles. It's incredible. The only thing I would say is, as an arachnophobe, this is a lot of wood for someone to maintain to an arachnophobe's standards. If it was me, I would be hoovering every single day, and I fully understand and don't expect people to do that for me. However, I would just say, if you are an arachnophobe and you are thinking of staying here, it might be something to just bear in mind, because I don't know if you can tell, but by looking at my face, I've not slept that well. I don't mind because I've had a lovely time, but just to give you an idea, and if you are an arachnophobe that cannot look at spiders, I'm just going to show you. It is part and parcel of living in the countryside, but that is a very large spider, or the outline of one in the window there. And there are many of those in this windmill. I wouldn't expect anything less, and I want you to know that my expectations on that are not that I'm disappointed or upset or anything like that. It's just something to consider, that I didn't realise it would be quite such an impact on me. I think obviously if this was my house, it would be a lot more hoovered in terms of things. If you're not an arachnophobe, you're never going to do that. And so I understand that that's just something I have to consider. And I just want to let any fellow arachnophobes know that it just might be a little bit more spidery than you might potentially be used to, or comfortable with, just as an FYI. But the kitchen is gorgeous. Like, it's all this kind of like, again, tongue and groove wood teamed with raw wood, which I love. I really feel like raw wood is something that is often shied away from nowadays in the home, because people worry about it getting ruined, and I honestly think it's one of those materials that just gets better the more ruined that it is. Sorry, we've got the ironing board out because we've been ironing all our lovely dresses. There's books for you to choose from, obviously, to leave here. We didn't manage to get the fire going. I think it is a gas fire. I don't know how to work a gas fire, so didn't manage to get that going, but we enjoyed watching like a girly movie. We actually watched The Idea of You with Nicholas Galitzine and Anne Hathaway. I am the biggest Anne Hathaway fan, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a really good film. I actually wish I'd read the book, but you know, more books as well perched here. Again, lots of beautiful exposed woodwork, which there'll be some mixed with original and some not. This is a real spectacle, this staircase. Like, the way that they've used these sort of wooden dowels to fix in the stairs is so beautiful, and you can tell the sort of attention to detail that they've used here. I love the hanging rail there like that, so useful. We had all of our outfits hung up ready for our time here. This is called the Old Smock Mill, and it's one of I think 2 mills. There's 4 mills in Benenden, but one of 2 mills that were like sort of made up the production of this mill. As it stands, it doesn't have its sweeps cap or fantails, I think they're called, but I believe that the owners are intending to reinstate them. What I think I can understand is they've kind of been removed over time due to damage, but they were taken and used elsewhere. So they are hoping to be able to put them back on, but it's still beautiful even without it. These are some of the views, and what I love is there's these little steps up to the window as well so that you can look out. A little bit precarious, but as you can see, it's surrounded by beautiful cottage gardens and views as far as the eye can see. There is also a sort of balcony that wraps the entire way around the property, and it means that you can sit out and enjoy a glass of wine, which is what we did, and it was just lovely, really, really lovely. The bed is, I think, either a queen or a double bed. I reckon the bed could be bigger, but I'm thinking that perhaps it's because they couldn't get it up the stairs. That's what I'm thinking. And then the bathroom is actually situated at the top of the mill. So again, no door, something to consider. We're obviously best friends, so we don't mind that kind of thing. It was just logistically, we sort of kept communicating on what it is that we needed to use the bathroom for, to put it nicely. But you've got sink, toilet, bath, and the beautiful mechanics of the mill still in place. Obviously they've seen a lot of wear and tear over the years, but to see them still standing is incredible. And this has been restored in a way that it is so incredibly beautiful. I can't put it into words. I'm so grateful that we got to stay here. And this shower is just unreal, because it feels like you're just showering in the middle of a mill. It's unbelievable. We've got the rolling views over the Kent countryside on either side as well. So it really is rolling views. So anyway, I'm gonna jump in the car now because we're gonna head home. It's about 3 hours from where we live, so we do have to leave quite early and also check out. So I'm going to collect all of my bits and pieces and head home. As you can see, this is the lower part of the mill that would open up from the stairway. It's got this sympathetic join here to the beautiful shiplap cottage and the gorgeous dovecot. But as you can see, it looks so beautiful in the sunshine. And every so often you'll see little chickens loitering around. It's so lovely and so picturesque. Time to head home. Ready to go?
Ready to go.
Had a good time?
It's been lovely.
Good.
You had a good time?
Very good time. I know, we have.
Lots of nice wine, lots of sunshine.
I am up and ready to head to Paris for the day. I had a very busy day yesterday, so didn't vlog much, but wanted to show you my outfit and also show you as much as possible from what I'm doing today, because I think it might be interesting if I'm able to capture it. But I'm wearing my silk skirt from Lily Silk. This is the Snowdrop skirt, which I just think these like ruffles and the upturned hem reminds me of like the little, what are they called? The little petals of a snowdrop. Then I've got a Theory like sleeveless knit because the weather's funny today and it's one of those times where it's really hard to dress for. So I am taking a blazer over my shoulders and also a cardigan because I'm going to be on the Eurostar. I never know how cold it's going to be on these things, and honestly I get quite upset when I'm cold. So I have to bring options. So I've got my blazer that will go over the top. Voila, like so, and then I'll probably just hold my cardigan and then bag. And my fragrance today is Floris Lily. I've got Jennifer Behr earrings in because, as I always say, I can look smart and presentable, but I always like to have a little bit of the countryside with me. So the florals are doing that today. I know, super cringe, but that is me in a nutshell. So today I'm doing a panel with TikTok. We are doing this panel for L'Oreal Luxe. So we're going to be basically talking about being a creator, best practices for like working together. I hope I can bring a different like spin, because obviously I'm going to be doing it alongside a lovely girl on TikTok. Well, she's on everything, called Amelia Olivia. I follow her on TikTok, and she's, I think, from like the newer creator side of things. And so obviously I've been doing it like 100 years. So I think it's going to be so interesting to have like our different takes on things. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to getting there. I've got lots of things that I need to do on the train anyway. So yeah, let's go. I've made it to the Eurostar. I've got about an hour and a half until I get my train. And they're doing something amazing. I've got a smoothie. I wasn't able to have a smoothie this morning. So they've got, this is mango, banana, lemongrass, and something else in here, but they've got loads of different flavours that you just help yourself to. Love it. And then my favourite thing to do when I get the Eurostar is to pick up the free magazines, because generally when I'm travelling for business, I travel business, and so you get free magazines and it's the best thing ever. So this is the Condé Nast Traveller, and this is the Hot List 2024, so I'm definitely going to flick through that. But I've also got my book, which I keep starting and not doing anything with, but this is The Matchmaker by Elin Hildebrand. Elin Hildebrand is one of my favourite authors ever, hence why I'm obsessed with Nantucket. So I've got that. Lots of good material. Looking forward to it.
So this is a special presentation just for us at Luxe. I know online we've got quite a number of people who are joining us from all over the world, whether it's Japan, LA, New York, here in Paris, of course, and more. We have the markets, the DMIs, the zones, etc. So because of where I started, and I very much count myself as someone who clung onto the back end of the Conga of the first wave of people. So I was like really late to the party, but it was the first party. And I am so passionate about this industry. I think that it is so incredible what has been achieved from the beginning to now. Like the fact that we're sat here talking to you guys about this blows my mind. I remember trying to explain it to my dad, and my dad was like, eh? So I think that for me, I love the job as well, because I think that nothing gives me the creative freedom, but also the ability to explore running my own business, having staff, and the entrepreneurial side of things in the way that this business does, but also then branch out and do other things. So I wrote my first book in the last year, and never in a million years, congratulations, thank you very much. If you ask my tutor at school, he'd be like, never, never. But I think it's one of those things that it gives me opportunities to try something new. TikTok made content consumption very quick, very fun. You find yourself on algorithms and within communities where I found so many things on TikTok that I didn't even realize I was really interested in, because you inadvertently find yourself watching things. And so I think that really it's understanding how that demographic is consuming in the current climate, and
working towards cultivating people who maybe cross the two.
We have just finished up at the creator panel, and true to form, I did not put my camera on at all, but thankfully I think Ella might have got some bits for me. It was really good though, really lovely, and also so wonderful because I feel like Amelia has such a different perspective from things as well. So it was like really good to be like the old timer in the room and be able to share my thoughts as well. So we are heading back to the train station now, to Gare du Nord, to head home. And I'm back in London tomorrow, but hopefully I'll get home in good time and have time for some dinner with Ali and the birds. Good morning, everyone. I'm tired. I've got up at 6:15 today because I had my PT and I went for a run. But I'm also in London today again, but this is like sort of little bits of like finishing things off. Does that make sense? No, it's little bits of getting things ticked off my list. So I need to go to Oscar de la Renta to try on some dresses because we've got a number of weddings coming up. I've got a number of events, and I'm also getting my hair done, hence why it's in a ponytail, because I was not going to wash it for it to be washed again today. So it's ponytail day. I've got some is it Saphir? I always forget the name of the brand, but I'll link it down below. These are some little sort of gold plaque earrings. I've got an Amelia Wickstead dress on, NPL cardigan, Gianvito Rossi flats, Celine sunnies, and we are good to go. I'm looking forward to some fresh hair with Imi. I'm so excited. This is my outfit in the mirror. Can you tell, even though I'm tired, I'm in a good mood? I think it's because I like my outfit. Was quite the journey to London, I have to say. First of all, I bumped into my neighbour at the station, and he's like a high-flying lawyer in London. It's so funny because his wife is like, interior styles wise, is exactly the same as me, and they're having the most spectacular renovation at the moment. But it's so nice to hear that she has the same troubles as I do, whereby it just takes forever to choose anything. So it was so lovely chatting to him. But then yesterday I downloaded Duolingo for the first time because I really want to get better at speaking Italian. So I did a little bit of my lessons on the train down as well. And then when I got to London, I bumped into Paul, and Paul is the partner of my friend Kate. He was on Traitors. I didn't watch it, I'm not really a TV person that much, but he was like, he like stole the show basically, from what I understand. He was like one of the main people, so I bumped into him as well. And then I've got to London, and it is very, very cold in London, a lot colder than where I was. So I think maybe I have underestimated the coldness today, as I've only bought my little cardigan. I'm hoping it's not going to be too cold in the hairdressers. But anyway, I'm looking forward to heading to Oscar de la Renta now. Basically, I'm previewing their newest collection and trying some bits and pieces on with the girls there. I think I might have some time to go elsewhere as well. I might pop into Monique Lullier because they have a new sort of flagship in London. So it's like right next to Erdem as well. So it's really well located. Good place to have a look around. And then I'm heading over to see Imi for a little summer refresh. I have arrived, and instantly I am drawn to this adorable little bag. It's so cute. I'd love that in different colours for like event dressing. Very, very pretty. I always love the Oscar de la Renta jewellery. It's so beautiful. Look at this necklace. Wow. It's always lovely and botanical inspired. So these flowers with the little ladybirds, so pretty. So we have my options here. These items on this side are in the sale. I think I can see like good options for ones that, like, obviously I already have one that is similar to this one. I love this dress with the sunflowers. I think it's so pretty. And I don't know how much that's on sale. This one is not a print I would necessarily go for because it's a bit more like tropically, I think. And I'm not on the hunt for any cotton dresses, so this one is definitely a no. This one is just for fun because this is one of the Oscar de la Renta gowns, and ideally, in an ideal world, I would be wearing this to one of the weddings that I'm going to at Ashby Manor House. But this dress costs exactly how much we put down on our first house. So I actually think my husband would divorce me. So yeah, I'm just going to try it on. This is very similar to my hydrangea dress. This is the poppy version. I'm not a huge hot poppy person, even though I love them. They're not like my favourite flowers, and so would I want them on a dress? I don't know, but we're going to try it on anyway. Then we've got another cotton dress, and then I think this one is so pretty. So this is poppies again, but it feels softer. Really lovely. So anyway, let's try them on. Okay, this is my dream dress, but I definitely can't afford this at its current price. If it goes into the sale, maybe. If it went into the 50% sale, maybe. But it's so pretty. This would be so perfect for our friends James and Anna's wedding. I would feel so lovely in this. I'd need to have it altered, but oh, it is gorgeous. I love the leaves. And imagine, I'd definitely wear this to like black tie events as well in the future. I'd get so much wear out of this. Oh my gosh. I think this is my favourite shape from Oscar de la Renta. This is the same shape as my hydrangea dress. This just is obviously the correct size. Mine was made into the correct size. So sometimes the pleats can sit a little bit funny on them because it was a big size and then they've made it a lot smaller. So this is like perfection in like how it fits. But I actually love it. I love it way more on, but I feel like it would just look like I'm wearing the same dress. Do you know what I mean? But I love it, and I love the detail of the applique flowers at the waist and the bust. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I love this one. This is such a good colour against my skin because it's got those sort of warmer taupey tones to them. And I love all of the greenery. I feel like this maybe isn't quite so dressy, and you'll know that I'm quite a dressy person. So this to me is something that I could wear like on a day-to-day basis. I know that's weird, but if I pop this with ballet flats, like literally these pieces that I've got with me, I could wear this with a cardigan over the top and I'd wear this more day-to-day. Does that make sense? So it's a lot of money for a dress that isn't necessarily special occasion, but it does mean I'd get a lot of wear out of it. I would also need to have it tailored, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So, so pretty. Okay, I feel like this dress is giving this dress vibes, but this is in the 50% off sale, and I really, really like this. So it's got a little bit more of a, like, I think the background is actually quite similar in colour tone, but I think because it's more vibrant, it feels different. But I like the vibrancy. I love the green tones on this. It feels like really happy and like bright and sunny. Still very expensive even though it's in the 50% off sale. And again, I think this would be a dress that I like wear on a day-to-day basis rather than like, I mean, this would be great for Ascot, great shoulders, really, really great. With a lovely hat, I think it would be wonderful. I don't know if it's right for the weddings that I've got coming up. I always like something a bit longer, and this feels very, very good for like Ascot vibes. I think that's the last one as well, because this one I don't think is my style. A little bit strappy, not for me. There is a wonderful millinery pop-up on Mount Street if you are looking for hats. So I've just gone in and had a little look around. Some lovely bits inside, but I'm gonna head to Jenny Packham now to have a look around. I'm back in a taxi, but I went to Jenny Packham. I popped into CH Carolina Herrera. I then popped into Monique Lhuillier. Oh my gosh. I didn't have time to go into Erdem, but in all honesty, I've not been loving their pieces recently, so I feel like that's not a bad thing. However, I got a phone call from Harvey Nichols up north, and they have the shoes that I've been trying to get my hands on, the like nude 85 Christian Louboutin in the calf leather. I even went into Christian Louboutin and asked, and they have one pair, but they said they've got some scuffs on them, so they're going to email me pictures. But in general, I was like, whatever you do, don't sell these shoes. Monique Lhuillier, oh my gosh, the store, they hands down have the best changing rooms I have ever been in. they've got like a light box above, which is like daylight, then they've got a mirror, and then they've got like a window with diffused light next to you. Hands down the best lit, the best decorated. It was so pretty, and one of the dresses was really lovely. I'm just sort of struggling to know what to do, because obviously black tie is gowns, and I have a lot of gowns and I should probably wear my gowns more, so I don't really know what I'm looking for except for like other dresses for other occasions. So yes, I am still unsure, but Monique Lullier, the pink dress, oh my god, it was so spectacular. Not me doing the stride of pride with my new hair, all the way to Amelia Wickstead. It is 10:30. I did pop into Amelia Wickstead and tried on a dress, but I don't think it was right for me. I have already messaged Imi to say that I think that this is the best hair that he has ever done on me. The sort of brief today was like exactly what he did last year, but like softer and more like goldy, and I think he hit the brief really well. But I thought I'd talk you through a little bit of what I do when I come back from the salon. It's just one of my little like things that I always do, because I always think my hair feels a little bit dry, feels like it needs a good drink, so I always rush home and do this. Also, FYI, Ali actually noticed my hair without me having to prompt him. Definitely a first. But what I do is I just come home and I find an oil, and this was actually one of the oils that this was one of the products that the L'Oreal Luxe team gave me as like a gift to go home with, and this is their new Kerastase Camellia, Wild Camellia, I'm imagining that is, because it's, I learnt recently that sauvage means wild, and then it's got camellia, so this is Wild Camellia. This is their refillable oil, and this is a new thing from them that you can buy the refills, which I thought is really lovely, because Kerastase does like glass bottles, because it's like their sort of professional line. But basically what I do is I give myself a pump of oil. I love hair oils. I love anything that feels like it's like, you know, re-nourishing my hair, and I just take it through the ends. And I was watching TikTok today, and this girl was basically talking through the hairstyle that she uses as like a protective style at night. And basically what she did was she was like, right, so you know, you push all your hair back like so, and you take it up into sort of like a ponytail like this, and then you twist it round like that, and then you put it in a bun, and then you grab a claw clip. I have the Rehab little matcha claw clip here, because I have their scalp oil, which I have been using non-stop. Basically, that was her protective style. How many times do you see me with this style? This is what I do all the time on my hair, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my gosh, I've always done this. So apparently, other than like doing it in a sort of braid, this is the best way to do things. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to sleep like this, because the other thing I do is this. This is like my style preserver. I found that if I do my hair like this before I go to bed, and I put it in a ponytail like this, right on the top of my head, and I do like this, like that, and like that, and I just stick it like that. Usually I wake up the next day and my hair style is preserved, and having it like this also puts volume back into your hair, because it's like obviously putting your hair up on your head. So this is like my hairstyle preserver, and then the other one is like my hair preserver. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna do, I don't know, I think I'll do this one tonight, because I've got Pilates in the morning and I don't want to go looking like a scruff. So this is the hairstyle of choice for tonight, but it's got lots of oil on the ends, really lovely and nourished, and I've literally messaged Imi and been like, Thank you so much. This is the best one you've ever done. I love it. And Brogan did my my blow dry, and Riley did my hair wash, and then Imi did my colour, and just so happy. So anyway, I'm gonna get myself ready for bed and go to sleep because it is Pilates. Good morning, everyone. You're probably seeing my hair sort of the day after. I've been popping lots of like nourishing oil in it and all of that kind of good stuff. And I'm about to start a new vlog, but I was editing this vlog and I felt like I couldn't just not have this end discussion with you, because I never talk about things, like I never talk about anything that sort of like happens to me in my career. I never talk about maybe the moments that have been really hard, if there's any possibility that I could bring someone else's like name into things. One of the things I never do is I never center my content around somebody else in a negative way. There is a trend to do that online at the moment that engages lots of clicks, and it is something that I have never done and never want to do. I think if my content isn't good enough for you to engage just for me, then I've failed if I have to bring someone else's name into my content in order to garner any interest. I've thought a lot about this topic over the last few days, and I've really wanted to talk about it because it is such an important topic for me. And I think that this brings value. I think that it's coming from a space that is incredibly positive, uplifting, encouraging. And so I hope that I do this story justice by telling you this, because I watched this vlog back and I feel like you're just seeing like these amazing like career moments, you know, like going to Paris and doing this, that and the other. And I feel like it's wrong of me to share those moments without telling you a little bit more about the things that I feel and think and remember in those moments. So I hope that you'll indulge me in letting me talk about this. And I hope that I do it in a way that is my intended outcome. There have been many times in my career where I have felt like, because of something or some situation or because of someone or whatever, I've felt like I've not had the career that I had earned, basically. And one of the ones that stands out to me the most is the one that I want to share with you today, because first of all, the business in question is no longer around, and I think that's really important. Now you have to remember, I've been doing this job for 13 years, and many years ago I had management. It was only for a really, really short space of time. It was about 6 months, and it was one of those situations where I've come to realize over the years, I maybe didn't realize at the time, but it was like a round peg, square hole. I don't think I was ever supposed to have management. I don't think I'm the type of person that thrives in like under an umbrella of management. And I really thrived when I took things in-house. It was quite innovative at the time, but I tried management for 6 months and it didn't work out. And it was one of those like really heartbreaking situations. But when it didn't work out, I had already kind of teed up another management company. I don't know if you remember, but way back when, there were these really, really cool Halloween parties that used to go on. But what it was is that the management company that put on these Halloween parties, they were using them to sort of scope out the next talent, and they were sort of inviting their talent, potential future talent, that kind of thing. And so I used to go to these, I think because they were wanting to scope me out for future signing. So when I started feeling like things maybe weren't working out with my management company, we started discussions. I went in and I had a meeting with them. We discussed things. And my first issue was that I told people. I didn't keep this exciting thing to myself. I'm one of those people that I always think people are going to be happy for me, for the big things of my life. And the truth is, they're not. If you've got a good group of people around you, those are the people that you're able to tell. Anyone outside of that, I'd always keep your things really, really close to you. But my biggest problem was I told people. After this first meeting, they were like amazing. They were really positive. They were really excited. I was really excited. They were like, let's check back in like a few months' time. So we booked in the next meeting. I was like so nervous throughout all of these months. I couldn't think of anything else. I'd pinned all of my hopes on this management company. I felt like this was going to be my big break. If anyone remembers these times, they'll know that signing with this particular management company was almost like a fast track. It was like the gold star on your resume, and it really, at the time, meant that you were like the top. And so for me, this was huge that they were interested in me, and it felt really positive. So anyway, we booked in this second meeting. Now at the time, I didn't have any management, so it was only me on my emails, and anyone that has ever like worked with me, they'll know that emails are not my strong point. And so I have an amazing group of girls that help with my emails. But at the time I didn't have them. And so the day of the meeting comes around, I make the 1.5 hour journey to London. I'm sat in the waiting room, and I just open up my phone to check like on bits and pieces. I'm not very good at multitasking on the go, so I hadn't checked anything. And I'm sat there in the waiting room, and they've cancelled my meeting. And I've been like, but I'm here, like, and they're like, yeah, sorry, we're gonna have to do it another day. So this was like pushed out a few more weeks. And then it came to the second meeting that was essentially the third meeting, but we'd rescheduled it, whatever. It came to that time, and I walked in, and I instantly felt that there was something like different. And this is something that I now know is like my intuition. It's probably something that I didn't trust at the time. It's something that now I only trust. I pick up on energy so sensitively. It is unbelievable. I can feel energetic shifts in people. I can feel energetic shifts in groups. I'm sat there in like waiting, and I've been sat right in the middle of things, in like everyone's at their desks around me, and this feels really strange. There's not even a smile when I am taken into the meeting room. I remember this vividly. They didn't even turn on the lights, so it was really dark in there. So I was like picking up energy-wise that this really wasn't gonna go the way that I had pinned all of my hopes. And it didn't. They didn't sign me. They let me know that they weren't gonna be signing me. And I was really grateful for the clarity on that. Everything just felt weird, and I was devastated. Like, I can't even put into words how devastated I was. I had pinned all of my hopes on this, and I'll never truly know what happened and why that happened. But the reason why I'm sharing this story with you is because first and foremost, I have to say that I feel no negativity, no animosity, no sadness, devastation or anything about that now. Don't get me wrong, I was very upset for a number of years, but fast forward to now, I am so grateful that that happened for whatever reason, because at the time it was the place to be, the management to be signed with, the people that were going to catapult you into success, supposedly. However, fast forward a few years, and like I said, the business isn't there anymore. There were a number of people that found themselves in really sticky situations. I didn't sign, and I know hands down I would have done. Even like without logical reason, someone could have told me, don't sign that contract, that is a terrible thing to sign into. I would have hook, line and sinker signed that contract. Because what I know now is that me as a person, I don't think I would have thrived in that situation. It's very likely I would have ended up in a situation where there was litigation or whatever, and I was spared. I was saved, I dodged it, but at the time it was the most heartbreaking thing. I felt like I was never going to have the career that I thought I was going to have, because I pinned all of my hopes on that, and I couldn't see that there was another way to be successful. But the truth is, when these moments happen, those moments that you think are supposed to be yours, they're your sort of bypass to success, your quick step to success, what it really is preparing you for is the opportunity to do things differently. Some people will look at that situation and be like, well, I'm not a good enough creator. they will spiral, they perhaps don't continue on in their journey as a creator because they pinned all their hopes on that. And I could have very easily done that. I don't know why I didn't, but what I did was I struggled for a few months, struggled in the I'm working and I'm very lucky sense, but I struggled for a few months and tried to make sense of things, tried to keep on top of things, tried to spin all of the plates that were, you know, happening. And then life starts serving you other opportunities. My best friend ended up coming and being my PA for a while. She then is so incredible at her job that she then started looking after campaigns. She then started looking after client relationships. She then basically became my full-time manager. We're not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone wants to work in the way that we work. We're very much focused on different things to other people. And I spoke about this on the panel with L'Oreal. We are very much focused on different things. We're not so focused on being like the number one. What we're focused on being is respectful to the clients that we work with, kind to the clients that we work with, loyal to the clients that we work with, and having a damn good time whilst we're doing it. And the feedback, and it's so interesting because when I spoke to the people that had booked me for this campaign, they said, we just want to let you know that your management is a diamond. Carrie is a diamond. And this is one of those things that I hear time and time again. If you had asked me when I was told that I wasn't going to be signed to that management company, that I ever thought that I would be sat on a panel with TikTok, with L'Oreal Luxe, talking about best practices of this industry, I would have told you it's just never going to happen. It's just never going to happen. But here I am, as someone who wasn't signed to the biggest, most successful management company that had all of the best people. I didn't get signed. They didn't want me. They didn't think I was good enough. It hasn't been a smooth sea. I've had to learn a lot of different lessons. I've had to really diversify who I am as a person. I've pivoted, I've changed, I've evolved, but I'm still here. And I did it. I found a different way, and I didn't take no for an answer. And that doesn't mean that when people say no, I turn around to them and I go, well, you watch, I'm gonna be big, big mistake, big mistake. I just like to go away, work hard, let my actions speak louder than my words. What you have to do is look back on what you've done since then and realize that you kept going, you kept thriving, and you created a way or created a path where there wasn't one. Nobody I knew at my level was being managed in-house. There were people that had like best friends that were their PAs or whatever, but management in-house was not a thing. And so I dug the path myself. And was it easy? No. Have I found myself in situations where I didn't expect that to be the case? Because it was a path that hadn't been walked before in this industry. What I want to communicate to you is that you are going to be told no. You are going to have situations where you think you deserved something. You are going to have situations where you've worked so hard that it's only right that you should have this opportunity, and it's not going to happen. But that doesn't mean that something spectacular isn't going to happen. You just might have to take a different path, and sometimes it's saving you from a path that you didn't realize you didn't want in the first place. And so I want to share it with you in the hope that you don't spend so long being quite so upset about it as I did, but you almost embrace those moments where you think you're going to be going down this path, but you've actually got to walk a completely different one, and you embrace it sooner, you work harder at this new path, and you pave the way for the people that are going to come behind you, because there's always going to be people that are going to look at you and think, I'm so glad that she went first, or I'm so glad that she did this. I'm so glad that I've got someone that I can look at and think, well, she achieved it, so there's definitely a way. And listen, I might not be the first, but I definitely couldn't find anyone to look up to in that sense when I was going through it. But I'm just hoping that the story is beneficial and helpful for you. Like I said, I never talk about these things unless I think it can bring value. And I've never talked about the setbacks in a public sphere, and I have had many setbacks. When I look at vlogs like this, where I'm doing something that I never imagined possible, I have to share that it wasn't always like this upward thing. There was heartbreak, there was sadness, there was disappointment, there was times when I thought that I wasn't good enough. There are so many times when I thought I wasn't good enough. I'm still not sure if I was good enough, but you keep going. And so, yeah, I wanted to share, because when you are approaching life from a place of gratitude, because I want you to know how grateful I was to be sat on that panel. And I hope that everyone at TikTok and everyone at L'Oreal Luxe, if one person happens to watch this, they know that I am so grateful to have been sat there, and I would have dragged my boobs over hot coals to get there if I had to, and I would not have let anything stand in my way, because that was an honor, a privilege, and quite honestly one of those moments that I will never ever forget. And I am so grateful to have been asked to sit in that room and sit on that stage and talk about an industry that I am so passionate about. I care about this industry. I love this industry. I love my job. I love you guys. I love everything about it. The career pivots, the opportunities, I'm so grateful. It's never lost on me. And so I just wanted to make sure that you knew that when you're watching this, because I feel a lot of these things, and sometimes I don't know how to communicate them in a way that is beneficial for you, but that is always my main focus. If I'm sharing something, it has to add value. Sometimes that value may not be what you think it is. Maybe it's a little bit of escapism that you didn't realize you were getting, whatever. But I always hope that there's something that you're like, oh yes, this was so good. So yeah, anyway, I hope I can fit this all in at the end, because I've definitely blabbered a lot longer. But like I said, this is, I'm underpinning this, that I am so grateful and so happy that I didn't have that opportunity to sign with management, because I get to have the best time with my best friend. You have no idea. Like, we have the best time doing this, and I feel so lucky every single day that I get to do it with her. Cheers to that. Definitely gonna have a wine with my mum later.